Note to self. Stop people from dying. Gonna do this. Da, 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 da.
It was a mistake.
Oops, wrong one. Oh, it's just looping around anyway.
Hope was that this would free.
Repercussions. Do, 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 do. I don't know if these things die. Actually, I think they did, actually. So maybe, actually, if we pull back here... Run away! Run away, everyone! This is the plan. Okay. Targeting, going for the mother, and not paying attention to health did not do a lot of good. They are remembering health, so this isn't just a little nonsense thing. This is a big, important thingamy. We have the health potions, so it's not too bad. Maybe give you another. I'll give you a health potion as well. Oh. Okay, so killing one summons killing one of these summons a load of these childer. So that's why these guys activated a massive heap. Because as soon as we did the Architect's Pyre, we killed all of them in one go, pretty much. Actually, Nathaniel, you could probably take a health poultice. No, health poultice! Nathaniel! Take a greater health poultice. Thank you. Thank you. See? It wasn't hard. You can't whirlwind anymore. You can't scatter shot, which is what I'd really like you to do. You should probably whirlwind. You should probably also take a health poultice. Come on, Nathaniel. This may be pushing it far too much. We did it. So the plan is completely ignore the mother, deal with these, and then I think she's probably going to still be a massive threat. Drink a health potion. Do it faster, Pillock. Idiot! May not be the best. It's maybe a terrible strategy, but yeah, more of them triggering. Just you go after him. Sigrun, take a greater health poultice. Nathaniel, take a greater health poultice. Gaheris, greater health poultice. You don't have enough stamina for the quick scatter shot. Scatter shot. Stop killing these guys so quickly! Can't hit the scatter shot off. Okay, we gotta keep Gaheris from dying. Can we do that? Can we do the whole not let my character die? I'd like my character not die. Not dying seems like a great idea, I think. That guy! Ah, you suck. You all are gonna die a horrible, horrible death. Justice, leave it alone. We don't want it to trigger more of these guys. If we can help it. What part of stunning? Not understanding, game. I hate it the way it does this. Like, suddenly it's like, oh, the game's changing the rules. We don't need that. That's the thing. We're not all on really low health. Yay! Leveling! Not that it matters, because I can't level yet. I wonder if we can batter this one down. Nathaniel, take a greater health poultice. That's reward. Right. Go for this one. It's on slightly lower health. I don't know what it really matters. Right, Nathaniel, take a greater health poultice. Okay, protect justice, protect justice. That's not what I meant to do at all. No, we're not. We can do this. We can do it now. We can do it. But actually, no. Take a lesser injury kit because you have an injury. And what about? And Screen does too. So you have one. Not that it really matters because like that. Kill this one. Last set of these guys. Question is, do I finally do a bit of damage to the mother by using the Architect's Pyre? Do that. May as well. You could probably do with a bit more health. Let's go with the basic health poultice, I think. Oh, Cataclysm's just up there, is it? Alright. I'm not too worried. He says. Charge! Okay. There we go. So we got rid of all their things. And by the way, Nathaniel, have a potent health poultice. I think you deserve it. I think you need it. Thank you. Very good, very good. This is kind of confused. Like, I can't attack. Not enough space to attack her. Oh, and let go of him. Oh, come on! I didn't have a chance to actually do anything to you there, love. Oh! Oh, that's changed how everything works, hasn't it? For some reason. I need to limit your abilities. Wow! All of a sudden, the game has just gone, no, we're changing the rules! Because this didn't happen last time. I'm a little frustrated by that, because that does result in a slightly different strategy. Because my strategy now, that was working, and would have worked in the original thing, now no longer works, because the game's just gone, nope. I need to kill this guy, and may need to use this in a moment. So we might be alright without that. Greater health poultice again. Keep attacking that guy. Whirlwind! There we go. Come on, come on, come on. I assume that now this is going to be like every quarter there's going to be a load more of these grubs coming out. And just they've decided to go, oh, we're changing the game now for no real reason. Single type with fire, which I assume will be the mother. I don't disagree. You could probably do with a lot more health. Greater health pulse. So I think it says you're stunned, which is not good. Oh, good. You're not stunned anymore. I'm always happy when that kind of thing happens. And Justice, please do the whole attacking thing. If I had a mage, I'd be very, very tempted to take a potent one. If I had a mage, I'd be tempted just to group heal. Group heal will be alright. Now it's like, I don't want to use this because I've only got once. So, health poultice. Greater health poultice. Nathaniel. Greater health poultice. Can we keep the whole attacking the thing going, please? Thank you. I'm always happy when my principal fighters start attacking things. That's probably what I should be doing, isn't it? Try stunning her! Justice? Would you mind not falling through the terrain? I hear it's bad for your health. Justice? Oh, you've teleported up there. Good! Just toggle collision off. Just go over this way. Right, okay. Guys. Actually use heal. Everyone run back here. Just run there for the moment, because everyone run to the very back and use that. Oh, they're all dead. Not sure how that works, but whatever. I don't actually want to walk. I don't want to walk into that fire. Thank you very much. Do we send Justice into his death? Probably. Oh, okay, we're now back to close quarters for everyone else. I think we're about to do this, guys. We're gonna do this! Woo! And we arguably only failed once. I think. There we go. Ah! There we go. Oh, that's a random dagger. Oh, maybe it was my orphan dagger actually. Cool. Dealt with. Defeated. Yay! After the death of the mother, the remaining Darkspawn forces scattered and fled back into the deep roads. The raids on Amaranthine came to an abrupt end. Yay, epilogue. Or do I have to click this one? The architect apparently kept his word, gathering his remaining disciples to follow the rest of their kind back underground. Those Grey Wardens in other nations were appalled to hear of the architect's continued existence, but were unable to track him down despite years of effort. Yeah, we've kind of irritated everyone, haven't we? Some within the Order have claimed that the architect's survival guarantees another blight, and yet the Deep Roads have lately been quieter than any can recall. Most have resignedly decided that it is now in the Maker's hands. Word of the Grey Warden's heroic salvation of Amaranthine spread like wildfire. When the magnitude of the losses at Vigil's Keep came to light, sympathy drove generous donations from all over Ferelden into the region's coffers. Amaranthine was restored to her former glory within a year, Vigil's Keep in 5. Oh, okay. Because of the Warden's support for law and order in Amaranthine, Constable Aidan and his men were able to distribute the smugglers' goods to the battered survivors in the grueling days that followed the Darkspawn defeat. The Darkspawn messenger, set free after joining the Wardens in the battle for Amaranthine, struck out on his own. The city soon buzzed with stories of a cloaked but lisping figure who aided travellers in danger. At the same time, reports of isolated cases of the Darkspawn disease emerged. Oops. No one connected the two. We're alright, guys. We're alright. Oops. The Arling peasants suffered greatly during the war, and suffered yet worse in the years that followed. Success at the first riot at Vigil's Keep emboldened them, and thus other uprisings followed, often put down with brutality. Although the war devastated many farms in the Arling, all agreed the loss would have been greater without soldiers for protection. The farmholders developed a certain reverence for the Warden Commander, as well as an ongoing reliance on the Grey Wardens for order and protection. Dirk, one of the pranksters behind the Blight Orphan scam, was fortunate enough to survive the Battle of Amaranthine. The what? The unconditional generosity of the Blight Orphan's mysterious benefactor inspired him to establish a legitimate charity dedicated to children orphaned in the attack. His sweetheart, Melisse, eventually bore him 2 of his own rascals. Vigil's Keep stood alone against a horde of Darkspawn. Okay, this is where we find out what happened. The Mother's forces outnumbered the Vigil's defenders many times over. But the sturdy dwarven walls proved impervious to any boulder an ogre could throw. The Vigil's soldiers, clad in silverite, each felled a dozen Darkspawn before they died. The Vigil held 1 night, then 2, then a week. And eventually the attacking hordes broke upon her walls. The Keep developed an almost mythic reputation, the few survivors immortalized in song and legend. So, when they said everyone died, they meant... what? So what? I held the Keep, I think. The Vigil became a trading hub that would eventually eclipse the city of Amaranthine, with traders reassured by soldiers continually patrolling the pilgrim's path. But prosperity bred scheming and treachery between merchants and nobles, testing the commander's patience for years to come. Peace allowed the Wardens to replenish their numbers. Soon, Vigil's Keep bore a capable army with Wardens at its core. From their ranks emerged new heroes to challenge threats to Amaranthine and all of Ferelden. Through taxes and levies, the Vigil was rebuilt. Years later, Voldric Glavanak stood on the battlements and pronounced that the defences were acceptable. He would never speak more highly of any human engineering. Dark whispers of conspiracy against the Wardens fell silent after a rash of accidents and disappearances culminated in the apparent suicide of Ban Esmerel. The nobles of Amaranthine remained dutiful. Some even suggest they were cowed into submission. The commander's blade, Vigilance, crafted from the bones of an ancient dragon, and was actually Justice's, but hey, was boldly stolen by Antivan crows. The blade changed hands many times thereafter, with some master swordsmen pursuing the weapon their entire lives. Some claim that this legendary blade has had a life of its own, and that its power is steadily growing. Dworkin Glavanak further refined his lyrium sand explosives, but left the Warden's employ after Kunari mercenaries tried to assassinate him. Although the Dwarven Bombardier took his secrets with him, the learned say he left clues for others to follow in his footsteps. The Vigil soldiers, wearing the distinctive silverite armour that Master Wade crafted, came to be known as the Silver Order. Under the tutelage of the Wardens, the Silver Order developed into one of Ferelden's most revered military forces, a lasting memory of the Vigil's famous commander. With Valana and the Architect gone from the region, the Pilgrim's Path began to see traffic again. The massacre of the militiamen and the merchants, however, led to hostilities between the neighbouring human settlements and any Dalish clans that passed by. One human villager soon kidnapped and murdered a Dalish child. The clans reacted by giving the Wending Wood a wide berth, but both sides know that at some point the elves will return for revenge. A few years after Kal Hirol was emptied of Darkspawn, Orzammar began sending expeditions to rediscover the knowledge of smithing that had been lost within the Taig. Eventually, House Helmi decided that Kal Hirol was too important to be abandoned. At a tremendous cost of dwarven lives, they cleared the tunnels leading to Kal Hirol of all Darkspawn, making the road between Orzammar and the fortress safe again. Kal Hirol was reclaimed for Orzammar once and for all. As promised, Voldric and Dworkin presented Orzammar's Shaperate with the stone marker that told of how Kal Hirol's Castles had taken up arms against the Darkspawn. The commander of the Grey was invited to Orzammar as a guest of honour at a feast commemorating the defenders of Kal Hirol. The Shaper read the names of the Castles off the marker, then presided over a ceremony to return them to the stone, as befitted warriors of their stature. In time, the Arling began to forget the tales of apparitions in the Black Marsh, and ever so slowly, settlers drifted into the region. Scholars said the veil was still thin, and thus the area was still dangerous, but the people only cared that there were no longer frightened whispers in the shadows. The village was slowly rebuilt. Twice the Baroness's mansion was rebuilt and occupied, once by a wealthy merchant, and another time by an Orlesian mage. Both died mysteriously. Afterwards, the mansion was torn down completely, and the site left untouched. The survivors of the siege at Vigil's Keep hailed Anders and his magic for holding back hundreds of the assaulting Darkspawn. It said he died! Yes, because the Codex is completely reliable and said that Isolde survived the whole thing at Redcliffe. Thank you, Dragonster, you make a good point. In the ensuing victory celebration, the men dragged the mage to the fire to engage him in a drinking contest. Anders lost. Anders remained with the Grey Wardens a few years longer, training the Order's next generation of mages. But when the Circle Tower called on him to deliver a lecture on the nature of the Architect, much to the Templars' dismay, Anders told the commander of the Grey that his time with the Wardens was over. And yet, not 2 months later, Anders returned to the Order. Ever after, the Wardens were his home and his lasting companions. When the walls of Vigil Keep were breached, the surviving defenders watched in horror as a section of stone collapsed on Valana. When the rubble was later cleared, however, there was no body. Valana was just gone. Over the next years, Nathaniel dedicated himself to the Order and to clearing the blemishes on his family's name. After saving Tern Fergus Cousland from a bandit attack, a portion of Amaranthine was returned to the house. Nathaniel passed the holding to Delilah's son, and when a new castle was eventually built there, a statue of Nathaniel was erected in its courtyard. Justice served the Grey Wardens for many years, remaining in touch with Aura, the widow of Christoph. She grew uncomfortable with the body's decay, however, and the day she told Justice she could see him no longer was the day he left the Order. Justice wished his comrades well, then Christoph's body slumped to the ground dead. Aura finally had a body to mourn. If the spirit itself remains alive, it has not shown itself. With the mother dead, Sigrun seemed to lose her purpose. She withdrew from her friends in the Order and spoke to them less and less each day. One morning, Sigrun was simply absent. Her bed made and her trunk emptied. A young recruit who had been up in the night said she had left for her calling, gone to finish what she had started in Kal Hirol. At Vigil's Keep, Oghren rallied a last-minute defence of the gate, taking on 2 ogres simultaneously to allow others time to regain the courtyard. He eventually passed out from blood loss, and when he awoke weeks later, nobody was more surprised than he to discover he had been credited as a hero. Oghren continued to regale young Warden recruits with tales of his prowess in both battle and bed. His drinking games prompted at least one recruit to declare that she'd rather reattempt the joining than lift another mug. Felsi returned to Vigil's Keep several times to see Oghren, usually bringing their toddler as well. Oghren's inability to act seriously wore on her, however, and her visits dwindled, then stopped altogether. If Oghren missed her or his child, he never showed it. I... save that for the credits. As for the saviour of Ferelden, he did not remain as commander for the Grey for long. The Darkspawn were no longer a real concern. The Blight well and truly over. It was time for him to move on. Some claimed the commander reunited with the red-haired bard known as Liliana, and that they adventured together still. The pair were spotted together in Denerim a year after the Blight's end. No matter the truth, the commander never did return to Vigil's Keep.